Hello everybody, welcome back to this channel with another video. Before we get right into this video, I will do a little explanation of what this video is about. One of my viewers messaged me in the comments, or I chatted with them in the comment section of my recent video, and he got recently a sub 40 and I offered him to analyze his PB to give him further feedback, what he should practice on and how he should practice on upcoming things to improve his time in Celeste even more. So that's what we did in one of my recent streams. I analyzed his most recent PB, his first sub 40, and gave him some tips and tricks on how he can improve more. If you got recently a sub 40 in Celeste Any %, or you're still on the improvement grind very early on, make sure to stick through this video. There's a lot of important information you can learn from, or you can implement to your own practice or implement to your own run. And if you want me to analyze your run as well, if you're like a new runner or an intermediate runner, doesn't matter what your skill level is. If you want some more personalized feedback and want to learn Celeste more efficiently and don't know what to do next, I'm here to offer you help. So just DM me on Twitter or on Discord, or send me a comment under this video that you want to get in contact with me, and we can schedule something so I can analyze your run and give you some feedback. Finn said, that's the guy I analyzed the run of, said he found my feedback very helpful and he now knows what he should practice next. So yeah, if you're interested in that as well, then just leave a comment underneath or DM me on Twitter or Discord and I will get in contact with you. As always, links are all in the description. And yeah, now enjoy the video. Next week I will get the video out, I promised you last week. If you're watching this like within a week of releasement and you're like wondering where the video is, I promise you, I'm very sorry, but I got a little stuck with my upload schedule. So next week I will release the video, 3 reasons why speedrunning can be for everyone. But for now, have fun with this one. Bye. Oh, that's bad. What I would recommend... Oh, wait, are you doing the old strat? What I would just recommend, if you tend to die there often, just start one jump earlier with a neutral jump. To always get a wall grab there. Basically, it's faster because if you do a wall grab jump after where you want to wall bounce, you like can quicker go onto the wooden platform and you can save time. That's just a minor thing. Just do one less climb jump and one more neutral jump on the way up there, and you should be fine. Okay, so if you don't need, if your PB is 110, you don't need to like really improve city for a really long time. I think in my current any % PB, which is like basically 8 minutes faster than yours, I also have like a 110 city, around 110. So yeah, I don't think people need to really optimize the early part. Just get like on a consistent sub 120, practice consistency in city, and or like always reset if you want to go for PB attempts to get like consistently sub 120, and I think you're fine with like city. Like the strats look good enough to me. There was nothing like really bad. You probably like the thing is with like sub 40, when you get like to sub 40, you're at a point where you have like a really good solid strat in every room. It's just like you still need to improve your consistency, and then later down you obviously need to get to more advanced strats. But other than that, that city looked fine. Yeah, that beginning looks really good. I'm curious like how your late game looks like, because most newer Celeste runners tend to have like a really bad late game compared to their early game. Like their early game is rock solid and is like really good, and then their late game is like 2 minutes slower than mine, for example. Yeah, that's like the thing I would like recommend in general for you is if you want to improve, like you definitely should improve your really bad chapters first, and I will point out what are bad chapters. Okay, that's going to be a nice stream section, I've heard. And you simply want to slowly improve your strats. Like you don't want to jump like right at what the world record is doing, but maybe you want to look at 35 runs on the leaderboard and see what they are doing. Or you go to the IL leaderboard and basically just look for the time, what your goal time is, like what your sum of best should look like. And for example, if your sum of best in Allside wants to be a sub 2, If you like every time want to get a sub 2, like a 155 or something, you just go to the IL leaderboard, look at a 155 run up, and see what they are doing different from you. But 205 actually is really, really good, as it's just like 10 seconds, roughly 10 seconds slower than mine. And it's like really, really important that you got in every room a really good strat, and like in every, at least resort room, you get a good backup strat. Because it can cost you a lot of time if you're not like watching out for it. Okay, I don't know if you know it, but when you get into this room and you consistently fast fall, or you just consistently hold down and you end up here as quickly as possible, as soon as the door opens, the dust bunny will go upwards or is already on the top, so you can just dash jump into that crystal and you don't have to wait, you don't have to time. You either focus only on the dust bunny or you either focus only on the door. I focus on the door, and as soon as the key made the door open, as soon as it like flips to the right, the door is already open and you can go through it. And as soon as that happened, you can just do a dash jump to the crystal and to the room. Like, you waited here, it's seeming like you have no idea when the timing is. Yeah, you just waited, so you can save basically here a cycle. It's like not that hard. It's very simple. Okay, you do the demo dash with setup, or like with like getting the checkpoint. Okay. Few things. How often do you practice demo dash, and do you have a demo dash button? Because what it looks like for me is you have no clue how to do demo dash. Without sounding mean, it seems like to me you have no clue how to set up demo dash. So what you want to do in order to do the demo dash, same as spike jump, you want to practice it every day, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how much time you have. And you need to know at which pixel you need to be. And I would recommend, because you looked like very rushed, what you were trying to do is you just try to get demo dash attempts out, no matter at which pixel you are, no matter for consistency. What I recommend for most runners, if you're not like trying to get for like sub 27 or sub 28, you don't need to rush demo dash. All you need to do is like get slowly up here, adjust to your pixel. You want your foot pixel, like the yellow pixel of Madeline's foot. You want it to align with this pixel, with this black line in the wall. Or as soon as you grab the wall, like when you grab the wall from the ground, you just want to move 2 pixels upwards. It's like something you can see. And as soon as you do that, you just want to do a full jump, move a little bit forward, and then do your demo dash. With demo dash button or without demo dash button is up to you. I can't use demo dash buttons, but if you want to like play optimally then use the demo dash button. It's free. It's makes everything easier and comfortable. So you want to be on that perfect pixel, and then you want to do a full jump, and on the full jump, on the peak of the full jump, you want to do the demo dash. It sounds very simple, but if you just focus on doing the full jump, and if you focus on that consistency, on that always being on the same pixel, you can get like really, really, really consistent with demo dash. What you did is like you were not worried about being focused. You were like not trying to be consistent at it. You just like threw out attempts. You mixed up your jump timing. Like at some point you did a demo dash like immediately. At some point you waited a little bit. So it seems like you had no idea what to do. There's a tutorial by Flairbeer you can use. I'm also thinking about making my own tutorial. But yeah, you got it, but that didn't look like that consistent. So you want to work on your consistency and don't get nervous at that skip. That skip, you can fail it 3 times, you can set it up slowly, you still save time, just don't panic there. It's like, I know it doesn't sound that simple, but there's no need to panic. Yeah. And as soon as you like practice your consistency on that trick, you will also panic less, because you know you just have to get there, adjust your pixel, you do your full jump, and then you do your demo dash. And if you like do that often enough, you get to a point where you don't even think about the demo dash anymore, like how to do it, how to execute it, and then it's like a lot easier to stay patient or to not get nervous. Yeah, and align yourself with the pixel. It's like really important. If you don't align yourself with the pixel, you basically make the demo dash the only or one of the only real consistent demo dashes in the game, or like the most useful consistent demo dash in game. You make him the demo dash like very, very inconsistent by yourself. And that's like not necessary. If you just wait, calm down, adjust to your pixel, that demo dash is like very, very consistent. And if you want to know how to set up demo dash, a demo dash button, there is a tutorial by Fish McMuffin. It's something like getting started or introduce tutorial where he explains all settings and how to install Everrest and how to apply a demo dash button and all that stuff. I was also thinking about making such a tutorial, but there's already one out. You can do a double wall bounce there, but that's fine. You're still new, but I'm really impressed strat-wise so far. Like, it looks really, really solid. Oh, you do it with a reverse. You can do the dash, the hyper dash a whole lot earlier. Just let yourself push by the rock, by the moving block, and as soon as you are around that little rock in the background, then you can start the hyper dash. Okay, lack of consistency. I would simply recommend, like, if you have if you have chapters or gameplay areas where you're not that consistent, I want you to look up a run that's slightly better than yours, or like an IL that's slightly better than your PB, and look what they do in the rooms you are not consistent at, and then you want to just play that chapter. Like, you want to learn the strats first. I learned strats if I just like sit down and like do the strats for like 10-20 minutes. I do the strats a lot in a single room. Then I maybe do the entire checkpoint, like the entire cliff section, for like 20-30 minutes to just build up the muscle memory of the new strat, because like implementing new strats is really difficult. And then you want to do for a few days every now and then. You just want to do Golden Ridge attempts. And I don't want you to aim for a PB. Like, don't do Golden Ridge attempts because you want to get a new record. Do Golden Ridge attempts for the consistency. So just boot up Golden Ridge and do them. And no matter how bad it goes, you just try to finish it. And the more you finish them, the better you will get over time. It is a slow progress, but speedrunning in general is slow progress. I pretty much did the random run. I mean, that shows that you're actually you're a whole lot better than sub 40. If it just happened in a random run, like if you would just refine your consistency, if you would just play the game a whole lot more and get like a strategy in each room that doesn't have a strategy, I'm pretty sure you can get like a 37 maybe. Oh, okay. You said your 5B is not consistent. In this room, there are a few ways to make this consistent. So you always land on the seeker, fine. What you do is you do a full hop off the seeker. You just hold down jump. You want to do the highest jump possible off the seeker. You go to the wall and you don't grab the wall. You just do another wall jump off the wall, the highest wall jump you can do, and you never want to grab the wall. And what you end up doing, or what ends up happening, is you will be perfectly aligned for a maximum boost with the seeker if you just do on both a full hop. And then you end up here, and then you can just diagonal dash up here. And what you want to do on this wall basically is just crawling upwards. If you keep crawling upwards, the seeker will end up underneath you, and you will just boop on his head. So there's no need to jump, there's no need to do like crazy movement and landing on the seeker. As soon as the seeker starts moving, you just crawl upwards, and I will guarantee you will hit him. And then you can just like, I focus on the sweat of Madeline, like when she's holding onto a wall without like stamina, she's starting to sweat. And I just wait like a few sweat frames, like I don't know how many, but like I have it in my head. Like maybe just a very short amount of time, and then I jump down to the Seeker and get the second boost. Yeah, the timing was good, but yeah, jumping onto the Seeker is like I can see why your 5B is inconsistent. Yeah, this time you did the perfect strat in this room, or the perfect backup strat. What you did before was just trying and testing out. And I'm sorry to say this, but in this speedrun, it is really, really important that you have a route you can stick to. Like, there's little time where you want to adjust and make individual plays, only if you mess up. But in an ideal world, you always want to follow the same route. So I want you to have a strat in every room that's consistent for you, that you can consistently execute, and you just work on that consistency. And if you do end up making a mistake, then you can like learn to adjust. But if you get to that consistent point where you have a consistent idea of what you want to do in every room, I will guarantee you will, if you work on it, you will end up at a sub 37, sub 36 very, very quickly, because your movement is fine. You just have not a consistent idea of what you want to do. Like, what was that mirror temple in total if we would combine both times? Like, you did demo dash, you failed demo dash once, so we need to add like another 12 seconds. Your mirror temple was probably like 6 minutes. I would have bet that you would have been faster with just doing 5A. Nice leg skip. I don't even do leg skip. So that was cool. But yeah, you it seems like you're still lacking of route or strats in some rooms. And if you just refine that and keep grinding and end up doing less mistakes, you can easily get like to sub 36, 37 very, very quickly. I can basically guarantee you that, because your movement looks good, and in some rooms you have like a real cool strat and you execute them very well. But then in some other rooms you have like, seems like you have no idea what you really want to do, and you just try out, and you like don't follow a route or a strat from your head. You just like, oh, I'm in this room, I guess I'm doing this and this and this, and then you end up dying, or end up being very slow. Like, this game is not about like really learning the super cool strats. It's more about being consistent with what you do and safe in the little parts. Like having a solid strat in every room and having a solid screen transition in every room, and then having like maybe only 10 deaths, you can easily get like to top 100 on the leaderboard with that. Like that's how I did it basically, and how I stick to top 100 since like eternity. Okay, this section, I'm really, really excited. Yeah, I think here we see like you have like no clear idea what you want to do. You time everything, you wait for the dust bunnies, you respect them, you went upwards again, so a lot of airtime. Watch a tutorial for this, or watch like, at least for the shorter rooms, you can watch my runs, or you can watch my older runs if you want like strategies for these. Okay, yeah, you definitely want to watch like a tutorial or a decent summit. You can like watch a 10-minute summit, and you might say, I want to watch a 10-minute summit to get an idea of what a summit should look like, but your goal is only to get like an 11-minute summit or in a 10:30 summit. You don't need to aim for like these big milestones like sub 10 summit. As long as you like keep improving, keep learning like consistent strats in every room, and having an idea like of what to do in every room. Like ideally you want to be in a room and you know exactly what you do, and you have done it like at least 100 times, and then you have muscle memory for it, and then you're good, and then you can basically move on to learning a new thing. If you learned a good strat, you know how to do every time you get into this room, then you have like a solid understanding of the speedrun. Yeah, I understand you. I also get bored with practice. But did you know, like, that's how I practiced. Yeah, learn flag 8 skip. Like, It loses time to get, yeah, exactly. Like, all that, like, minor stuff. You don't have, like, a real proper speedrun route yet. You know how to move fast in most areas, but you don't have, like, one fluent route you want to follow. And I understand you when you say practice is boring, but what you could do, is maybe playing each chapter, like, learning a strat in each chapter once. That's how I did it, actually. Like, I watched a tutorial with Ben Teasy, I played along with it, I played it maybe a few times, and what I did after this was a whole lot of full runs. And you can maybe do the same now. You just watch the tutorials, play along with them, play the individual chapters a few times, and if you don't like individual chapter practice, if you're like me, you can just do a lot of full runs that never resets, and you will get consistent with your strategies and with your knowledge and understanding over time. You just need to do a whole lot more full runs, if you are not willing to practice individual chapters. Just do a lot of full runs. It's the same method, it just takes longer. And it's not, like, yeah, it's not that efficient, I want to say. But it's more fun. Like, if more fun is important for you, which should be, then go for more fun. I also like to go for more fun. Like, I have 700 hours in full runs, or like, let's say 650 hours in full runs, and 220 hours in IL practice. That ratio is very bad. Like, a lot of runners around my skill level or better have far more time in IL practice. Yeah, but your movement is good. Your movement is good. You have, like... Yeah, I mean, that's good. To be honest, that's good. You did a fantastic job with that. Like, first of all, GG's that you really got the sub 34. That's, like, good. Let's actually listen to music again. Okay, that was a weird transition, but yeah, that was really, really good what you did. Your run was good, was clean. You had like moments where do you show the chapter, like the journal? Let's just play it out. You just need, I mean, this is a sub 12 summit, that's not too bad, but you need to like have a strat in every room. Like, what I want you to do is having an idea what to do in every room right away, having a good transition in every room right away, and then like just doing a lot of full runs. If you like have these foundations, maybe practicing the spike jump in 3A, practicing Bubs drop, practicing demo dash every day for 5 to 10 minutes each. I know it sounds annoying, but if you did it a few times, it's really no problem. It doesn't bother you. And then you can just like go into doing full runs. And if you don't enjoy doing IL practice like I do, then you just keep doing full runs and full runs and full runs, and you will improve over time. And you can like easily get like a 37, 36 if you just have a few better strats in each room. Like, your biggest problem was 5B and Ridge, I would say, and then Summit. Yeah, like what I would recommend you to do is you go watch the programmatic tutorial of 5B. I think that's the most important. If you want to run 5B, you need to watch the tutorial. And you want to practice Bubs drop. Bubs drop, if you want to run 5B, in my opinion, like if you want to run 5B in any percent and want to get PBs and better, you need to be very consistent with Bubs drop. And very consistent can mean like 50% of the time. You have to live with it. It is kind of painful, and you will hate yourself for running into 5B and not getting your run through because Bubs drop was a thing. But it will happen. Eventually, you will still be able to improve if you fail Bubs drop once or twice. But get consistent with Bubs drop to 50% consistency with the method I told you. Just doing it every day 10 minutes, and then leave it and do something else. I can guarantee you, if you do that for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you will get really, really consistent. just doing it every day, 10 minutes. I think you can do this in 90% of the days if you want to. And then watch the tutorial from Programmatic and get to like a 3 minute 5B. If you get to a 3 minute 5B, you will improve massively in chapter 5. Then you want to watch like a summit tutorial, especially for 3000 meters and for 1500 meters. And eventually 4000 meters. And 4000 meters? For 2000 meters. Those are like the 3 worst sections you had. The others were really good, I would say. And then work on your ridge, especially like cliff face. And if you get these 3 things together and improve on it, you can already be like a 37, a 36. To be honest, if you just like keep playing the game and get more consistent with your movement in every other chapter, and then you can maybe like move on to get like resort to a 530, getting reflection to a 630, and then we maybe can talk again. Like, yeah, I would say go watch a 5B tutorial, learn buffs drop, learn the spike jump, and learn demo dash. Get your demo dash consistent. Like, especially with demo dash button, there's like no excuse for failing demo dash. And without demo dash button, you just have to practice it every day 10 minutes again, like I do. And there should also be like little to no excuse to fail demo dash. It's like 8 frame window with demo dash and with demo button to hit not too hard. Up to 8 frames window. It's sub-pixel dependent. But I will get to that later. Then watch a 3000 meters tutorial. Or just watch a full like 10-minute summit. Watch a 10-minute summit, get an idea. You are ready for 10-minute threads, like guaranteed. Just implement them and look that you can get an 11-minute summit, sub 11-minute summit, and you're fine for summit. And just doing full runs, and you will hopefully get to a 10-minute summit or eventually. And then like work on Golden Ridge, especially cliff face. Like you need a consistent route. Like you need to get into every room and know what to do. And once you get that kind of consistent flow of movement, you don't have to think about what you want to do. And you just do it. You can focus on other stuff like staying calm. Don't be nervous about time losses you had. Don't be nervous about mistakes you had. And just like getting into that zone of like focusing on movement so you don't end up doing like minor mistakes, and then you're a pretty good runner. And once you get like a 36, 35-ish time, we can do this again, and I will try to guide you again if you like this one and this helped you. I have no idea if this helped you, to be honest, but I wouldn't be too surprised if it helped you, but I would also be not surprised if it didn't help you at all. I just was looking at your run and tried to give advice. So now the video's over, and I hope at least Finn or someone else who's new to the speedrun learned something from this. I love to do these like analysis videos where I just look over a run and try to give advice, because I love to help people, and I love to especially help people who are new to the speedruns I do speedrun. And if I can help them, then that makes me happy. And yeah, if you just want to watch more of my stuff and want to support me more, you did already support me a whole lot from watching this entire video, so thank you. But if you want to support me more, make sure to check out my Twitch, my Twitter, or check out my other YouTube videos. Just follow me there, and we will see you hopefully next week. Another video. As I said, I try to get this YouTube weekly upload going, and yeah, see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.